CRUISE Burger Ball. Ball?
CRUISE Burger Ball? Wait, we're going to a ball?
Yeah, right. CRUISE Burger Brawl. Guy's Burger versus Johnny Rockets. Who reigns supreme?
Let's find out.
Monkey love, oh monkey love, travel. Packing bags, let's hit the gravel.
Welcome to Monkey Love Travel. My name is Jason.
I'm Becca.
Today, we've got a special treat for you. It's a very short video, but we think you're going to love it. We are going to talk Carnival's Guy's Burger versus Royal Caribbean's Johnny Rockets. They're going to go head to head, and we're going to find out who is our winner. What do you say?
Let's go.
Let's have some fun. All right, so first, let's talk about the vibe of each place. Okay, we've got, Guy's Burger is always on the Lido deck on pretty much every ship for Carnival. It's going to be right there by the pool, and it's free. You can't beat free.
Not for breakfast because it's not open. But other than that,
that's true. Yep. So what about Johnny Rockets? We got Johnny Rockets is the diner feel.
Yes. Even when you're outside.
Yep. Even when you're outside.
It is a diner. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. For us on the Utopia, it's on the boardwalk. We actually sat outside on the boardwalk. So the overall vibe is, to me, it's much like Guy's Burger, but there's no pool nearby. You're still sitting outside. You got open air, or you can, if it's raining, go inside. But you're gonna get that old diner feel.
Yeah, I guess to me that's a different vibe than Guy's Burger. Just to me. I mean, Johnny Rockets, you're ordering. Someone goes and comes back with your food. You're not watching them prepare it, even though you can see the cook.
Right.
But you're not sitting right in front of them. Whereas Guy's Burger, you're watching them prepare everything.
That's
just
true.
different vibe to me, I guess. But,
again, for Johnny Rockets,
but it's not a sit down formal. It's not anything.
Very
like
laid
that.
back, very casual. Yeah. All right. So then let's move on to round two, and this is going to be the options that come with your burger, as far as what you can do to it, how you can customize it. For Guy's Burger, there are so many different ways you can customize it. What was yours? You ordered one.
You're putting me on the spot because I don't remember the name of the burger, but it had onion ring on it. It had a bourbon sauce of some sort, and also the barbecue or his signature sauce or whatever. And it was the burger, and I feel like there was cheese on it. Could be wrong. But I chose one, and I just had it made the way that burger's made. And I think there was, 5 or 6 specialty burgers?
Something like that, right?
And then you've got the toppings bar, which has pretty much, I believe, almost everything maybe added that they are, except for onion rings or something like that.
Pickles, onions, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah, the different sauces,
absolutely.
the chili, all of that stuff is also available at the toppings bar. So you could conceivably...
Was the chili at the toppings bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You could conceivably get a burger loaded with that stuff and then make yourself a whole other meal with all the toppings. Right. I mean, you could do whatever you wanted, really.
Now, see, I had just the plain Jane. So it was just a cheeseburger on the bun, and then I added lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, pickle, and onions. So, and I loved it that way.
That's the second time.
Second time, I got what they call their chili Maximus. Yep. Okay, I had it exactly the way they fix it. Didn't care for the chili, so I only ate half of that.
Yeah.
I make a good chili, so I'm a little biased. But so that one wasn't a win there. The plain Jane was very good. I'd definitely order the plain Jane again.
And I think that's what I got the second time, wasn't it? Because I didn't want it loaded with stuff.
I believe so.
And then I ended up feeling like it was kind of dry and nondescript, and ended up going to the toppings bar to add onions and one of the sauces. So It's funny. Again, shows just with the two of us, we had, of the burgers, we had kind of almost opposite experiences. Like, I wish I had just gotten one of the specialty burgers loaded as is the second time, and you felt like the plain version that you make yourself is the way to go.
You're right. Yep.
Just different.
Yep.
Two
Absolutely.
people, but
That's
either way,
the
they're
kind
so
of the
good.
point of the video,
Yep,
people.
yep.
To each their own.
Yep. And
Yeah.
but also shows you how much variety that Johnny,
Yes.
yeah, Guy's Burger has.
So this leads us to round 3, which is going to be the taste test. For me,
Wait, do we hold up?
wait,
Round jumper. We never gave Johnny Rockets a shot to even talk about what you can get at Johnny Rockets. No, we didn't.
We didn't.
Nope. So hop back around there, Alex Trebek.
All right, so Johnny Rockets. For the customization, it's pretty much you have a list of menu items, and it's kind of that way. I mean, I think you can always add lettuce, tomato, pickles, and those little things. But then again, it's them doing it for you and bringing and serving it to you.
But they're known as being classic burger,
Right?
and having those options, and that would be, it's a neatly assembled burger versus a sloppy just enjoy it and have all the.
Correct.
So it's a different shtick too.
Different shtick. Yep. All right, round 3, the taste test. So when we were in Johnny Rockets, we actually were able to split. It was we'll get into how much it cost,
That's right.
later on, but we
that.
were able to split it. So which still ended up being a lot of food.
Oh yeah.
We ordered what they call their number 12. It's their original burger to Johnny Rockets. And they call it the number 12 because out of 10, they claim it ranks at 12.
Glad you remembered that.
For me, it was maybe a solid 8.
I was going to go with the 6. But
Hey,
not because it didn't taste okay.
Well, you found it a little bit spicy, didn't you?
No, it wasn't that. I just didn't find it to be not. It's just not.
Yeah, it's a very. It's
yeah.
like a very original style burger.
And I'm the thick, like it still mooing kind of girl too.
Right.
Which you just can't make a burger like that still mooing. I mean, it's just not that kind of patty. It's a very thin, flat. You're not going to make that rare. So.
Okay, but what Johnny Rockets did have going for them, that came with the burger. Now it came with the fries.
Yeah.
The fries were very good, but the onion rings. Oh,
yep.
They were fantastic.
Yes, they were.
I'd go back just for the onion rings.
Oh yeah.
And just give me 3 plates of onion rings, and I'm good to go.
Yep. That's absolutely what I would go back for. The onion rings and utility, but.
Yeah, and utsili.
Yeah.
Plus, they did a Bart Simpson and ketchup on the one
that's
plate.
Stuff. And they did the cute little straw wrapper designs.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
And the fries were good.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, as far as Guy's Burger goes, again, we touched about this in the previous round, but the plain Jane for me. So the cheeseburger, it was just for me the first time was very moist. Juicy and had lots of flavor. And the fries were just okay. Nothing, special about the fries for me.
For guys?
For guys, yeah. I know you had talked about yours being dry the second time, correct?
Yeah, the first time, absolutely not. But it was also covered in sauce. I do feel like the first time around the burger was cooked a little better. So some of that's just individual variants.
You're going to find, different cooks, different ways.
Of course. Can't help that. Could have been the time of
folks.
day. Who knows?
Yeah.
I will say though, while I liked the fries, they were way too heavily salted.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
And
I liked
especially the last.
Like if I could get all the salt and the seasoning off a bit, then the fry itself was fantastic. It was just a little too heavy on that stuff for me.
So that leads us into round 4. Okay, so this is where we're going to pick our favorite. And, lets you know what we did and didn't like, which we've kind of already been doing. So I think you can already figure out who likes what by now.
And we're just judging the burger, right? Not the establishment.
I think we're judging it all.
Okay, so you're going to kill me, Alex Trebek, but if we're judging the establishment, I do feel like we're kind of doing Johnny Rockets a little bit of a disservice if we don't mention that they also have other items on their menu. Whereas Guy's Burger, you got burgers and fries and.
Well, the package deal with Johnny Rockets was, for now we're talking about the fee that So it was $18. We were able to split it for $18.
Right.
So you get a burger of your choice. Plus fries, plus onion
a
rings.
shake was available. We did not take it because we don't do that stuff. And dessert.
Yeah, that's true. Dessert does come with it as part of the 18.
Whereas that's not a guy's burger thing.
The shakes were an extra charge, though. On top of the 18. Yeah.
Were they? Because I could have sworn maybe he wanted to give us that instead of dessert or something.
Maybe.
Because I remember us being like, I wish we were still
But
shake
typically
people,
the shakes are an extra charge, regardless of whether you're doing the package.
But there's also other items that are always available there for an extra charge.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm trying to get to. So if you're going with a family member who just doesn't do burgers or whatever is part of the free, they do have other items that at least you could order them something.
And I'll see if I can find a menu that I can attach to this video. That way you can see it.
And I'm sure we have pictures, if not.
And then the other thing, Guy's Burger is already included in your cruise fare.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about any
They also
extra.
don't do breakfast. Johnny Rockets does do breakfast.
And Johnny Rockets for breakfast is included.
And that's why I asked what we're judging on. Because if we're judging on the establishments and the overall what you have available, you also can't do breakfast at Guy's Burgers.
That's true.
Whereas you can at Johnny Rockets, and that is a charge that is included.
Yep.
I don't know how to say it. And we love the breakfast. The breakfast was our
favorite
part of Johnny Rockets.
Very good.
So I'm thinking maybe we judge more the burgers on this one.
Okay, that sounds good.
And then if anybody wants to hear more of a judging for everything, we can come back and get into the weeds more.
Sounds good.
Does that work? Okay.
All right, you go first.
And I'm just judging on burgers.
That's what you said.
Am I just picking a burger, or am I sharing a reason?
You can, if you
want. Just on burgers, I have to go with Guy's Burger.
Fair enough. And for me, I think I'm going to go the same direction. If it's just a burger, I'm going to choose Guy hands down. Just the taste alone would bring me back for another one. Now I know not to do the chili Maximus burger, but I would certainly go back again for, the plain Jane and then make it my way.
Right.
But we want to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know. Are you a Guy's Burger fan, or are you a Johnny Rockets fan? Let us know. Talk about it in the comments. Have them duke it out.
Yep. And whether you want to tell us which burgers you really prefer, or you want to tell us as a cruiser what is more important to you, having a really great burger place, free 2 meals a day, or having a good burger place that offers other options that you can also go to for breakfast, and you want the variety and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. So please give us a like and subscribe. Actually, you're going to want to like and subscribe, and you're going to want to hit that alarm bell, because in about a month, we are going to, since Guy's Burger is our winner here, they are going to have a challenger in about a month, where we are going on the Margaritaville Sea Islander, and we're going to have the... Apologies, we seem to have lost our audio for some reason. Not exactly sure, but we were just saying we will be on the Margaritaville Sea Islander in a couple weeks, and we are going to have a challenger to Guy's Burger, which is going to be Burger in Paradise. So please hit that like and subscribe button, and you're going to want to make sure you check out this other video that's going to pop up on screen here. It's your algorithm. YouTube believes you should watch it, so please do.
Monkey love, oh monkey love, travel. Pack your bags, let's hit the gravel.